This happened about 8 months ago, but it still keeps me up some nights. My name is Daniel. I work in advertising, and sometimes my job takes me across cities in the middle of the night. That night, I had a late meeting in El Paso, Texas, and I was driving back to Phoenix, Arizona. It was around 2:17 a.m. The highway was completely empty, no traffic at all, just long, dark road ahead of me. The only thing I could see was the red glow of a truck's taillights far in the distance. My car engine was making this low, tired sound like it was sick of running. I was too, honestly, but I had to reach Phoenix before morning. I turned off the AC and rolled the window down a little to get some fresh air. That's when I saw her. She was standing at the edge of the road, facing away from traffic, in a long white dress that swayed in the wind. Her hair was long and black, and I couldn't see her face clearly. I slowed down, unsure of what I was even doing. Why would a woman be standing alone in the middle of the highway at 2 a.m.? I thought maybe she needed help. Maybe she was stranded. Without saying a word, she opened the back door and got into my car. Her movements were stiff, like she had no weight to her. I turned slightly to look at her. Her face was pale, no expression, just empty, blank eyes staring forward. I asked softly, "Are you all right?" She didn't answer right away. Then, in a flat, lifeless voice, she said, "Drive." I started driving again, but the air inside the car started feeling colder. Not just because of the night, it felt unnatural. Neither of us said anything for about 5 minutes. Then I looked in the rearview mirror. She was gone. The back seat was completely empty. My heart dropped. I turned around while driving. The seat was still indented, like someone had been sitting there, but no one was there now. I was trying to make sense of it when I suddenly heard a whisper right next to my ear. "Stop the car." I slammed the brakes and pulled to the side. I looked behind me again. Nothing. But when I turned my head back toward the front passenger seat, she was sitting there, right beside me. This time I could see her face clearly. Her eyes were hollow. Her skin looked tight against her skull, and there was dried blood on her cheek dripping from the corner of her mouth. She reached out a hand toward me. I flinched. I could actually feel how cold it was, like I was being touched by something dead. Then she said in a slow whisper, "I need you." I was frozen. She leaned closer until her face was inches from mine and said, "I know who you are." I stuttered, barely able to speak. Who are you?" She didn't answer. Instead, she reached into her white dress and pulled out an old, dusty mobile phone. It looked like it had been buried. She touched the screen and played a video. I watched in horror as I saw myself standing by the road from 3 years ago. I was picking up a guy, a young man. In the next part of the video, I was beating him, then dragging his body and burying him. I stared at the screen, heart pounding, mind racing. This didn't happen. I never did this. But I remembered. 3 years ago, there was an accident. A guy ran into the road. He was injured, but alive. And I left him there, buried him, thinking no one would know. I was scared. I didn't want a police case. I thought it was behind me. But she remembered. Her face began to change. Now she looked older, like a grieving mother. Tears in her eyes. "That boy was my son. You left him to die. Now it's your turn." Suddenly, the engine cut off. The lights started flickering. The doors locked automatically. I pulled at the handle. Nothing moved. She placed her freezing hand around my neck. "Now you come with me." I tried to scream, but no sound came out. Everything around me went black. The next morning, a highway patrol officer noticed a car parked oddly by the roadside somewhere between Las Cruces and Tucson. He walked up to check. Inside was a man dead, his face frozen in terror, eyes wide open, mouth stretched in a silent scream. There were no signs of trauma, no wounds, no second person. But the expression on his face was enough to haunt the officer forever. In his phone history, there was a video saved. A grainy, dark clip of a man burying someone on the highway. A crime he never reported. A crime that came back for him. If you're ever driving on a dark highway at night, and you see someone alone on the side of the road, don't stop. Don't slow down. Just keep driving. Because not every lost soul wants help. Some are there for something else.